calling it a love song.
What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on how do people see you, what is their impression of you, how do they feel about you, and literally all of that other Gucci stuff. Let's get straight into the video. We've got 4 piles here today. So pile number 1 says to give, okay, and then we also got this crystal. It's really pretty. And then pile number 2 says to love, and we have this pretty crystal. So you guys can choose either the card or you can choose the crystal. And then pile number 3 says sun's love, and we have this crystal. Okay, and then we got pile number 4 and it says only seed, and then we have this Pearl Desert Rose crystal. This is the only name that I know of the crystal, so yeah. But yeah, guys, these are the 4 piles. Please pick as many as you guys would like. Please watch the entire video as well. I love you, and yeah, let's get into it. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on how do people see you. I'm so freaking excited, guys, for real. I took such a long break and I feel like it was really needed, and I just feel way more aligned with myself, and I'm excited to make more videos. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So pile number 1, how do people see you, know, basically the first impression and all of that other Gucci stuff. So your song is To Build a Home by the Cinematic Orchestra, okay? And then at the back we have your channeled message as per usual, and you guys chose to give. And the card that I'm using to channel your energy is Talking Loud. It's really pretty. I'm definitely getting a lot of Aquarius and Taurus type energy. So as for like how people see you, I'm seeing a lot of like, yeah, interactions between like air signs and earth signs, and I feel like it's interesting because Taurus and Aquarius, they don't get along that well. I feel like Aquarius people are always kind of like fascinated by Taurus people, and Taurus people are kind of like a little bit like apprehensive to kind of approach the Aquarius. So there definitely is that vibe where it's like when people first meet you, they get this very independent kind of like, you know, you're your own boss type energy, but then at the same time they also feel like you're someone that's very stubborn and yeah, stubborn and very individualistic. So yeah, you might have a lot of Taurus placements or Aquarius placements, or just like a lot of conflicting energy where it's like your sun sign is a water sign and then your moon and your rising is like an air sign, and it's just very conflicting all the time. But yeah, and also I read somewhere they said something like the biggest heartbreaker for Aquarius, I'm pretty sure it's like Virgo. Oh no, it's Capricorn. So yeah, and then for Taurus it's Leo. But yeah, let us see. Okay, so the first card that we got is the 999. Okay, and then it says a life phase is finished, a transition is complete, good or bad news in love, angels are working in your benefit, almost a reunion with your twin flame. I was getting that. And then it says almost finished with your inner healing. Okay, and then we got the drama llama card. We have Billy. But yeah, definitely pile 1. I'm getting a lot of energy. Like all of a sudden I just felt like a rush of energy coming towards me. So I definitely do see you working with your inner, like, yeah, I definitely see you doing a lot of spells and magic, and I feel like it's very powerful. So just make sure that like when you're doing your magic and stuff like that, that you're safe and you kind of know who you're talking to, because it's really important. Okay, and then we got the 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, and also the Page of Swords. Let's see. Alrighty, with the Bully card, yeah, people definitely see you as being this type of Virgo energy. They see you as kind of being this older person that's very knowledgeable, but then at the same time, I feel like people sometimes see you as being a bit of a hypocrite. But like, just because maybe sometimes you'll say like, oh yeah, like you should eat healthier, like stop doing this, stop doing that, and then like, you know, maybe back in the day you used to do the same thing. So it does come off where it's like, even if you aren't actively, you know, going against your word, maybe in the past you did. So let's say, for example, you love cheese and mayo pizza, like that's your favorite thing. Cheese and mayo, like yeah, chicken and mayo pizza, that's your favorite thing. But before, you used to hate it, and now it's kind of like people see it a bit of like hypocritical, or maybe people can't really see the growth that you've gone through, because I'm seeing, yeah, people meeting you and thinking like it's so weird that you're into this new thing, because before you used to be so against it, you know, maybe you were never really religious or spiritual, and now it's kind of like you're super spiritual, and they're just like, bro, like how did this happen, what happened? And yeah, people are kind of just like, they are confused, bro, for real. And then with the drama llama card, yeah, people just always feel like you're constantly in like drama, or people just feel like you're very dramatic, and whenever you tell story times, you're kind of just always making people feel like they're actually there in the moment as well. So people like that about you. And then with the 9-9 card, yeah, that talks about like completion and like basically ending a cycle. So I really am seeing that people just are struggling to kind of see you as you are today, because they're so used to how you were before. Definitely, you know, maybe you went through transition, you could even be transgender maybe, and it's kind of like people are just like, they don't understand like what's going on, but it's like obviously they need to just educate themselves and then period address you as you are today. So yeah, maybe you change your pronouns or you're gender fluid or something, but I am seeing that type of vibe where it's like people are just a bit confused on how to address you and how to see you, because they're so used to how you were before. And yeah, talking loud, and yeah, that just talks about you basically telling people something and people not really understanding. So there definitely is a bit of a communication barrier. So people kind of, when they first meet you, maybe they think that you speak a different language even. Or it's like, I know sometimes when I talk about astrology to my friends, they have no idea what I'm talking about. So it's like, I'll be like so enthusiastic. I'll be like, yeah, so you know, my rising, Mercury, moon, this is in your fourth house. I'll be talking about that type of stuff, right? And then they're just like, what are you saying? So again, it's like, even if you are speaking the same language, they have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, Two of Pentacles, yeah, just juggling things. So people see you as being someone that has to juggle your personal life and also your professional life, definitely. I'm also seeing you being like a type of teacher, but like, you know, those teachers that are really chilled, like they're the super like laid back teacher, but sometimes if somebody pushes their buttons, if they go full ape mode and they're gonna start, you know, shouting at you, and it's just like such a weird thing. Like we've all had that one teacher, and I feel like people see you as that. They see you as being a very chilled and laid back person, but if somebody presses your buttons, bro, it's in game. And yeah, I just feel like people are always taken aback, because like out of nowhere you kind of like switch it up, and then you're kind of like, listen bitch, like talk to me. Like I just see you kind of like switching it up basically. Okay, Ace of Cups, that talks about again that emotional fulfillment. And yeah, people definitely see you as being someone that's very sensitive. And remember guys, emotions, it's not a bad thing to be emotional or to be sensitive, like at all. Yeah, I am seeing something about people saying that you are someone that is a bit nitpicky sometimes. Yeah, like, you know, you could meet someone that could be like, you know, perfect for you. Let's just say, okay, good for you, or like someone that you like, that you're attracted to. And then let's say, okay, they have stinky feet, or like their feet is just gross, like their toenails are just, no, it's nasty. Then you'll be like, you know what? Nah, like I'm done. And I just feel like, yeah, people kind of see you as being someone that, yeah, deal breakers are plenty. Like you have a lot of deal breakers, and it's kind of like if you meet someone and they say they smoke, or even, I feel like it's not something big, like I think it's something small where it's like people just feel like it's so weird that you're very nitpicky, where it's like, yeah, if their toenails are gross you won't date them, or if they aren't into astrology you won't like them, or like if they're a Gemini you're gonna be like, no, get away from me. Like people just feel like you are, but like, yeah, nitpicky. And then Ten of Cups, yeah, that talks about an abundance of friendships. So people see you as being someone that loves friendships. You seem like someone that enjoys making bracelets, and just, you know, very outgoing, loving, and someone that nurtures your friendships. And then with the Page of Swords, that just talks about, again, kind of like immaturity when communicating. So sometimes when you do talk to people, you kind of talk in a bit of a condescending tone sometimes, maybe. But yeah, let's see your song. It says, There's a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and windowsills, cause I built a home for you, for me. So yeah, you know, I feel like when it comes to your romantic partners, they kind of see you as being someone that really put in the effort and put in the work on yourself. And I feel like it definitely is really hard. Part number one, like, let me know, because maybe you've been doing a lot of shadow work, or you've been doing a lot of just personal development, and it's kind of like it's hard meeting somebody that is on your standard. And I feel like that's why people feel like you're very nitpicky, because your standards are really high, and they just feel like, yeah, it's like it's harder for you to find someone that you genuinely actually like. So yeah, like you might get the ick. Like the ick is kind of like a thing where it's like, oh, like it's a turn off basically. And then your channeled message says, you make weird art and laugh at your own jokes. A little pretentious. Zach Kornfeld, I'll put a picture over here. And then it says, Gemini, laugh really loud, big boobs, eat at expensive restaurants. So yeah, you are someone that makes weird art, you laugh at your own jokes, okay? Yeah, definitely you could be a Leo or Gemini. I mean, yeah, we got Virgo, we got water, we got more water. So you could honestly be any zodiac sign, guys, for real. And yeah, you could have big boobs, and people just get the impression that you're someone that eats at very expensive restaurants, or people get the impression that you're someone that will leave someone a bad review if you don't like the service. Like, you'll go to a restaurant and be like, oh my gosh, like that service was awful, 1 star. Like, people see you as being that type of person, and that's really funny. But okay, yeah guys, that is what I got for pile number 1. I really hope the video resonated. I love you. Let's get into the next one. What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's Mary Gem, and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on how do people see you all right here. Okay, like I'm getting, for some reason, like Taurus again. Like I got Taurus in pile number 1, but I'm hearing the word Taurus, and I'm hearing, yeah, Taurus and Gemini. Taurus, Gemini, Virgo. Like, yeah, why am I getting so much like earth and air sign energy? But yeah, so the song that I got for you is Part in the USA by Miley Cyrus, okay? You know, I got my hands up playing with that song. And then at the back we got your channel message as well, and this is the card that I'm using to channel your energy. It says motel, and then it says mobile. So your name might even start with an M as well. And now you guys chose to love. Now let us see, how do people see you, okay? So the first card that we got is Aries. So your birthday could be between March 21st or April 19th, okay? We got the friend/foe card. Wow. I'll get into all the cards, don't worry guys. I'm just scouting out your energy. It says, I don't care what you think. Sorry, period, queen. Okay, whichever gender. And then we got the 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and also the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I see y'all, okay? Can y'all see the cards? That's my question. Wait. The cards are low-key dark, like you can't see them, but let me know if the lighting is okay, guys. But anyways, so yeah, how do people see you? Okay, with the I don't care what you think, sorry, yeah, people get this energy that you're kind of someone that's like, listen, yeah, you gotta live with it, okay? It's like people see you as being someone that is definitely very confident, but I feel like at the same time it's kind of like you are confident, but I feel like you're not confident because you think like, you know, you're so attractive. Like, you're not confident because you think, oh yeah, like I'm so hot. Like, that's like, I just feel like you are confident because you kind of realize that you can't like change your faults, or not your faults, but I just feel like you are confident, but not from like a narcissistic type point of view. You're confident because you know that you are trying your best and you're trying to be the best version of yourself, and people can definitely see that. Yeah, you just come off as really like not narcissistic. Like, if you ever feel like you come off kind of like, you know, snobby or like rude or whatever, like you don't. I just feel like you come off more like, listen here, like take me as I am, or like, you know, fuck off kindly, respectfully, okay? And I really do feel like people really just respect your opinion, because it's like you just say how you feel. And I really feel like also you are someone that cares about other people's feelings as well. You know, you can meet a stranger and I feel like you're gonna be someone that will, like, I see you also like coddling like younger kids or like younger children, like you're good with kids basically. And yeah, people just get this very like maternal energy from you, and it's really nice, guys, for real. And then with the friend or foe card, yeah, people also kind of like how they see you. It's interesting because I know, or I can sense over here that at least like some people when they first meet you, they don't like you. And it's not because like of anything that you did, it's just because they don't like your personality. And I know that sounds kind of really mean, but like honestly guys, like not everybody's gonna like you all the time. And it just feels like, you know, maybe like I know some people that like, you know, I just don't gel with their personality, like we just don't get along. But that doesn't mean like I hate them. It's just like, yeah, like, you know, it's like not everybody is for you basically. And it just feels like with the friend and foe energy, it's like, yeah, some people meet you and they are kind of like, I don't really like you. And then you're kind of like, well, I don't really care if you like me or not, like, okay. And like it's not gonna affect you at all. And yeah, I really do feel like people like that. If somebody came to you and they told you, listen, yeah, I don't like you, or I just feel like you have a very thick skin, and people really like that about you, definitely. Because I feel like you've had a lot of rejection in your life, and people kind of are just really in awe because people can tell you the meanest and shittiest things, and you're kind of like, listen, bitch, like, you still move on, you still wake up, and you still try your best. And I really feel like it's that perseverant type energy that is really, really attractive. Because even with the song where it's like Part in the USA, it's like this person literally packed up all of their stuff and they moved to like a foreign place, and they're just gonna try and hopefully hope that like they make it. And it's a really like, you have to be strong, you have to have a thick skin if you want to be in the entertainment business or the entertainment industry. And I just feel like people feel like you have basically what it takes to be, you know, successful or to work in the entertainment industry. So you might be an actress, an actor, you might be a musician, an artist, or whatever thing. And I just feel like people can see that you have the drive for what you're doing, basically. I mean, you know, your work is kind of like your whole entire life, and people can see that you're good at what you do. Like you have what like it takes. Like I just feel like it's hard to explain, but I hope you guys get what I mean. Like I know some people, like when I meet them and I see what they're doing, like what they do for a living, you can just see that they love their job. Like you can genuinely hear in their voice like they love what they do, and it's a really beautiful thing to see, honestly. Okay, so then with the Aries card, yeah, people also see you as being way older than you actually are, 1000%, because 24, but then people always assume that you're like 29, 26. And you know, maybe that doesn't seem like a good thing. I just feel like they don't think that you're older or like you look older because of like, you know, your like skin, like it's aging, whatever. It's just because of how you carry yourself, because you come up very like, oh, you know, well spoken, just very put together, you have a job, you just come up very like you know what you want to do with your life, basically. And yeah, like I love it. Okay. And then with the motel and mobile, again, I just see you making a purchase. Like I see you buying a motel and thinking like, you know what, I've always wanted to own my own hotel, motel, and I'm gonna do it. So I just feel like when people meet you for the first time, or like people in general, they see you as being someone that will literally like just do something just because you want to do it. Like you'll be like, you know what, I've always wanted to do this, you know what, screw it, let me just do it. And you just will go ahead and do it. Like you put all your eggs in one basket sometimes. And yeah, so with the 10 of Pentacles, that talks about again being really abundant with money, being successful, working really hard, having amazing work ethic. So yeah, people see you as being someone that is very wealthy, someone that also is very giving, definitely, because I see you paying for your friends like dinners and gifts, and like buying expensive stuff for people that you care about. Or like maybe sometimes you come up a bit like braggy, because but like I don't think you do it on purpose, but like, you know, if somebody comes to your house and like, you know, if you are, you know, like rich or like you have a lot of money, I can see you kind of buying like, you know, expensive stuff, and then people thinking like, damn, like you got a lot of money. Like, okay, like I just see people thinking like you know, some people are kind of judging you because they're thinking like you spent so much money on that flat screen TV, or you spend so much money on this or that, and it's kind of like people are sometimes like looking at you like that, you know. But then I feel like other people are just thinking like, damn, like I hope one day I have as much money as you are. I hope one day I can be as successful as you. So yeah, with the Five of Cups, I do kind of feel like sometimes, you know, I'm sure you don't do it on purpose, but you do kind of make people feel a bit bad about themselves, because they're kind of like, oh, so you're doing what you love, but like I can't do that as well, you know. I know, for example, right, I read this one book, and basically like there were these two girls, and now what happened in the book, basically this girl, she was really like, you know, just not really feeling good about herself, and her best friend was like, you know, popular, she was well known, she was just, you know, living her life. And now this other girl, like, she did not like hearing about her best friend's life, she didn't like knowing about what was going on. So she actually told her friend, she was like, listen here, you're my best friend, I love you, but I don't want to hear about your life anymore. Like, it makes me feel bad about where I am. And I do feel like sometimes people have to cut you out of their life because they're kind of like, you guys just aren't going on the same path, you know. And it's interesting because I feel like we always talk about how we have to cut people out of our lives, but we don't really talk about the people that cut us out, you know, out of their lives. And it's kind of like, you know, we have poems about people with like unrequited love, but we don't talk about the people that are, you know, that are on the other side of the spectrum, basically. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, and then with the Ace of Wands, that again talks about opportunities, just going for what you want and having a driving force, and people just see you as being someone that really follows your passion. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, again, things changing up for you and you just being a different person. And yeah, you kind of wake up every day with like this, I'm gonna rue the day and I'm gonna do this, and it's just very like energetic and really happy, and like, again, like, it's hard work, but people really admire that about you. So let's see your song, okay? It says, I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan. Am I gonna fit in? This is also crazy. Everyone seems so famous. So I really spoke about that, where it's like literally you did something really brave, and I feel like you should give yourself more credit because you're doing amazing, okay? And then at the back it says Becca from Pitch Perfect. So I will put a picture over here. And then it says, sorry about that, so yeah, it says very withdrawn, takes a while for you to open up, amazing performer, very talented, hippie slash hipster style, amazing dancer, really tall, productive stoner. Anyways, so yeah guys, sorry about all the interruptions, but yeah, so you could definitely be a stoner but you're still really productive, and yeah, you got this hipster hippie type vibe. And yeah guys, that is what I got for part number 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you, and let's get into the next one. What is up, part number 3? Let's get straight into your reading. Okay, how do people see you? Alrighty, and honestly, part number 3, you guys definitely have, like, you know, I don't know why, but like I can just sense when a pile is gonna resonate with me, or like when I'm gonna like doing a certain pile. And pile number 3, you guys have all the vibes. So yeah, the song that I got for you is Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD. Oh my gosh, RIP. But yeah, I love Juice WRLD, okay? And then at the back we got your channel message as well, and the card that I'm using to channel your energy says Gemini plus Cancer. And honestly guys, I'm gonna be dead ass, I'm a Cancer myself, and you know, I'm all for, you know, the Gemini slander. I'm kidding, I love Geminis, okay? And yeah, I feel like, you know, I read somewhere that the biggest heartbreaker for a Cancer is a Gemini, and for a Gemini it's a Taurus. So I think it's really interesting because even though like at the back of my head, every time I meet a Gemini, I'm always a bit like, oh, are you gonna break my heart? Like, what's happening? But then at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, you know what, screw it. Like, Geminis are awesome people. I fuck with y'all. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Juice WRLD was a Taurus as well. Yeah, Taurus or Sagittarius. No, I'm pretty sure he was a Taurus. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, you guys chose Sun's Love. Now let's see, how do people see you? Alrighty, the first card that we got is Third Eye, okay? If you guys can see, there's a lighting change now. Like, it's so bright now. Okay. And then at the back it says psychic abilities, channeling, telepathy, visions, astral travel, connections to higher self. And then you can say these affirmations. I'm insightful and intuitive. All that I need is within me. Amen. Okay. And then we got the Pisces card. So your birthday could be between February 19th to March 20th. Okay. And then we got the It's the Revolution. It's the revolution, bitch. Okay. And then for tarot, we got the Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups, okay, Queen of Wands, and also the Queen of Cups. That's interesting. That really is. Okay. So, you know, we can see with the Queen in energy, it's like this is very feminine energy. So when people first meet you, or like how people see you, is as they see you as being a very feminine figure. And also at the same time, I feel like maybe even a bit resentful to your past, because yeah, people when they meet you, they feel like you're very hard on yourself, or like if you make a mistake, it's kind of like you'll be like, oh my gosh, like that was so dumb, like oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Or like it doesn't take that much for you to kind of crawl into your old self. Or like if you ever awkward encounter with someone, you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna think about it forever. Or I just feel like, yeah, when people meet you, they just get this energy where it's like you're very hard on yourself, and it kind of shows. Because you know, with the Pisces card, I feel like Pisces people are literally such enigmas, because they can be very introverted and sensitive, but they can be heartless, and they can be extroverted, they can be party goers. And honestly, yeah, Pisces people, they just have so many dimensions to them. And yeah, it's kind of like even when you think you know who they are, they just like turn around and then like they're a brand new person as well. Same with Gemini with their two faces, or Cancer, where it's like maybe they're this person today, but then when they get out of their shell, then like they're a completely different person, because Cancers will put up a wall. And yeah, I just feel like, yeah, people basically don't know who you are truly on the inside, and they're always surprised when you like shed a bit of your personality and they can see truly like who you are on the inside. But yeah, that sounded so like philosophical, like okay. And yeah, it's getting so bright now, like I'm thinking, should I turn off a light? Is it fine? Hopefully the lighting's fine. So yeah, let's start with the It's Revolution card. So that just talks about, yeah, a revolution. It talks about a new way of doing things. So people see you as being, yeah, a feminist. Even like I see you being someone that stands up for people's human rights, being someone that's very liberal, and just someone that isn't afraid to talk about politics and just, you know, express how you feel. And I tell people, listen here, we need to fight for this, we need to do this. And I just see you taking charge, and people really liking that about you. Because it's kind of like you are that quiet kid in class, but then, you know, I feel like it's kind of like you're the quiet kid, but like sometimes you talk a lot and people just think it's so weird because you just seem so like, you know, quiet and timid, but then it's like as soon as you open your mouth, you're like loud and crazy. And yeah, you know, it's starting a revolution. Okay. And then with the Pisces card, again, like I just said about you having so many different personalities. And yeah, people definitely see you as being someone that loves music and family, and also a bit of like escapism and just like vibing, chilling. You enjoy expressing yourself through art and movies and fashion. And yeah, having fun with your loved ones and going to parties, definitely. Yeah, people kind of see you as definitely being a party goer, party animal, and like maybe people even assume that you've taken drugs before. And then with the third eye card, yeah, okay, people just see you as being super enlightened, someone that's very spiritual, someone that's very nonchalant as well. Yeah, super nonchalant. But sometimes maybe people do walk over you and you don't you don't say no, like you don't always establish your boundaries. Yeah, it's really important to remember boundaries. So I am seeing that as well. And also people feel like you're really good at reading people, definitely. Like you're good at looking at people's body language, definitely. Or you can guess people's zodiac signs, you can guess people's names. And I'm seeing that people really appreciate that you take time to learn about other people's cultures. Yes. Like if you go traveling somewhere, like you're gonna try to learn the language, or you're gonna try and integrate yourself into their culture as well. And I am saying something about sometimes maybe you do make yourself a bit too comfortable around people. Like sometimes you'll tell people, yeah, you know, like my bowel movements, like it's so hectic, guys. So like, you know, this morning, like I did number 2 and it was so long and so stinky, and it's like, fam, you know, that's TMI, but you know, we move on anyways. And then yeah, with the 5 of Pentacles, that just talks about, you know, being a shitty partner. So it doesn't necessarily talk about you being a bad partner to somebody else. It could be the other way around. But I do feel like sometimes people feel like you know, your Venus could definitely be in like Taurus, or your Venus could be in Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or like your moon is Venus for your moon is Venus. Your moon is in Capricorn, Taurus. Like I'm getting like you have an earth placement as your Venus or your moon or your Mercury. And the thing about those placements is I feel like because Virgos can get really caught up in kind of like being hard on themselves, they kind of forget that they need to care about their partner. So yeah, sometimes people feel like you're so, you know, like I don't want to say obsessed with yourself, but low-key obsessed with yourself, that you don't really think about other people and think about like, you know, what they're going through sometimes. So I feel like when you're being hard on yourself, sometimes it makes people feel bad about themselves because they're thinking, you know, like, why are you being so hard on yourself? You know, I just feel like it makes other people feel uncomfortable for you as well. Because, you know, sometimes we all have that one friend that will be like, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly, like look at me, nah, nah, nah. And they'll just like keep talking down on themselves, and it's like, obviously they have their own issues when it comes to their way of looking at themselves, and there's a reason why they are like that. But I just feel like, yeah, it makes other people feel bad because they're wondering like, what can they do to make you feel better? And then it's kind of like it puts the onus on the other person to basically cheer you up the entire time. So it's just good to be aware of that as well. And then with the 4 of Cups, again, where it's kind of like very nonchalant, and people also see you as being someone that isn't interested in romantic relationships. So you could be asexual maybe, or aromantic, or you could just be on the LGBTQIA plus community. So yeah, and then we also got the Queen of Wands. Again, that just talks about you really stating what you want. Again, where it's like, sometimes you don't always state your boundaries, but I feel like sometimes you do. But it's kind of like you fluctuate between, you know, being the Queen of Cups, which is very sensitive, and being the Queen of Wands, which is very like, you know, bad bitch energy. So yeah, it's like some days you're really soft and other days you're more like hardcore basically. So people could also feel like you're still trying to figure out your style and like figure out what you want to do with your life as well. Like you're still going on your journey basically. And yeah, I love Geminis and Cancer, guys. Honestly, I truly believe that Geminis and Cancers are twin flames. So yeah, like my twin flame was literally a Gemini. So yeah. Okay, let us see. So your song says, I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Damn, that was hectic, okay? And then your channel message says, super extroverted, very blunt and smart, period, okay? Super hard on yourself. How did I know? High standards, Venus placements, like Venus Virgo placements, definitely freaky. One punch man, I'll put a picture of you. And then it says obsessive personality, okay? So yeah, when you like something or someone, you're kind of like go big or go home, and yeah, you get obsessed really easily, and yeah, you're really hard on yourself. But yeah, part 3, that is how people see you. I really hope the video resonated. I love you, and let's get into the next one. What is our partner before this gets straight into your reading? Okay, how do people see you? I'm honestly so freaking excited because I don't know how, but I feel like I can low-key relate to your partner before, or it's gonna be a really interesting reading. But yeah, let's get into it. So the song that I got for you is Lost Boy by Ruth B, okay? And definitely you could be a Leo. Like honestly, I'm betting some money that like a couple of you guys are Leos, or your Mercury or your Mars is in Leo, definitely. And then we got your channel message at the back as well. And the card that I'm using to channel your energy is the flashlight card, okay? So let us see. And yeah, you guys chose only seed. And that talks about, you know, growth and measuring your success, and also realizing that basically your journey is not identical to someone else's journey. And even if it's taking like, you know, a bit longer for you to reach your goal, you're still on the right path and you're doing amazing. And I love you, sending love and light, okay? But yeah, let's see. The first card that we got is code names, okay? And then we got crispy brown. I see. I'm already seeing the type of vibe you are. And then it says make a commitment. The big C word, bro. Ooh, commitment issues, okay? We got the Two of Wands, Page of Wands, the King of Cups, and also the Three of Cups. How interesting, okay? And let us start with the make a commitment card, okay? So as for how people see you, they see you as being someone that is really committed to kind of being the best at everything. Because literally while I was busy channeling your energy, I was hearing that you're kind of like a bit of a lone wolf, or someone that just enjoys doing things by yourself. Like I was even getting, like I already spoke about Becca, I think in part number 2 from Pitch Perfect. But you know that scene with her dad where she said basically she pushes people away because it's easier that way. And the dad was like, it's also lonelier that way. And I just feel like sometimes you don't let people kind of help you, and you're kind of someone that's more like, let me do it by myself. I'm in it for myself, you know. It's like you have a very cynical point of view on the world sometimes. And again, I'm not trying to hound on you or say that you're doing something wrong, by no means. I just feel like how people see you, they see you as being very hard, you know, very like you've been through a lot, and you know what you do works for yourself as well. Like, you know, maybe you're someone that's like, you study the night before, and you know, to other people maybe that doesn't work, but it works for you, and you know, it makes you successful, and that's how you feel most productive when you study the day before. And it's kind of like people are noticing that basically one size doesn't fit all. Again, yeah, like where it's like your journey really is not identical to anyone else's, and that's on period. But yeah, mostly about like people can tell that yeah, you are working towards something really big, and it's kind of like you have a dream, and you have a huge dream. And I just feel like people are really excited because there's gonna be a day when you finally do reach your dream, and I just feel like people are really waiting for that to happen basically. Like, you know, maybe you want to travel the world or something, or you have a bigger dream, but I just feel like people are excited because they can tell that, you know, you're going to reach your dream really soon. Or, you know, Spread is saying that, bro, make room in your life, because I'm telling you now that blessing that you've been waiting for, it's coming soon, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be worth the wait, and I'm telling you now, like, it's going to be so fucking worth it, bro. So, okay. And then with the crispy brown card, okay, so people see you as being someone that is very flirtatious, okay? Definitely have a very flirty personality, and you're someone that loves making sex jokes, or you're just someone that is also an amazing singer and a performer. And yeah, like I just feel like when people first meet you, it's kind of like they get the vibe where it's like you're a fuckboy, or like you're just like a player basically in general. And yeah, it's kind of like when you say things, it doesn't sound original. Like it sounds like you just like copyrighted something. Like, you know, sometimes when you meet someone and like they just talk and it's so smooth, and you're just like, bro, there's no way that this isn't a pickup line. Like there's no way. And it's like, yeah, I just feel like people always assume that you're playing games, that you aren't serious, and like you're always just making fun and being a goofball and that type of stuff. And then with the code names, that kind of talks about masking your own personality and your own identity. So people feel like you're someone that tries to kind of show your best face to the world. Like you don't like showing your insecurities to the world. You prefer kind of just showing your best self. And I feel like also another thing that I'm busy getting is you know, those people that just appear so perfect online, like their pictures are just great, they're smiling and they just look so put together, and you know, obviously nobody's perfect and nobody is happy 24/7, but I feel like low-key, like you are that person. Like you come across as so like, you know, happy, smiling, like on social media, but then it's like maybe in reality you aren't always like that. And it's like, it's not saying that, you know, you're a mess in real life. It's just that people feel like you don't have that many insecurities, and they just feel like I said, yeah, you're destined for great things, and like you're doing amazing. Like, I'm even finding it hard to like say bad things about you because you have so many amazing qualities. But yeah, with the flashlight, that just talks about, again, don't be afraid to ask for help, and not to get too caught up in your head or be too cynical about certain things, you know, because sometimes like sometimes it is too good to be true, but other times, you know, it's not gonna hurt you to just try and be positive sometimes. So yeah, then with the Two of Wands, that talks about waiting to hear back from someone. So I am hearing again that you play hard to get, or sometimes, yeah, you get really stuck in your head and you will kind of wait for people to chase you instead of the other way around. So, you know, if you are a girl or like a woman, you could still feel like sometimes the guy should chase the girl, and maybe you still are like stuck in that mindset when it's like, bro, like, I'm not gonna tell you what to believe, but you know, it's the 21st century. Anyone can go after anyone. Like, it doesn't matter as long as it's obviously consensual and it's like illegal. But yeah. And then with the Page of Wands, I am seeing though, bro, if you're like an older person, I'm seeing a lot of like, you know, MILF energy, or like people wanting to date you even if you're older than them. Like, people are saying, bro, like, I'm just seeing people wanting to date you, like, even if you're like way older than them. And like I said, if it's illegal and like it's the age of consent. But I am seeing something about, like, let's say you're like 40, 50 or something. I can see like 20-year-olds and like 21-year-olds like having crushes on you and like thinking you're really attractive, bro. Like, okay, yes, queen. So yeah. And then with the King of Cups, that talks about that sensitive masculine energy. So again, I just feel like you just come across as very old school, like a little bit traditional even. Yeah, like, you know, you're someone that's like, you want to meet someone nice, you want to have a good time, eventually you want to get married. Like, I just feel like it's very conventional even. And then Three of Cups, again, like I said, you're a player. You seem like someone that is just like, you know, like, yeah, you can't take the party out of you basically, and it's super dope. So yeah, let's see your song. It says, there was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon. Honestly, this reminds me of Bruno Mars, like the song Talking to the Moon. But yeah, people see you as being the lone wolf, someone that's very, yeah, to yourself, a bit antisocial even. And maybe you moved out at a very young age and people think you're very independent and that you only have like one best friend. And then your channel message says, very individualistic, and then it says Barry Benson from the B movie, so I shall put a picture over here. And then it says Aquarius, very opinionated, soft, cuddly, vegan, fit, attractive, you look famous, resting bitch face, you're a bit judgy, you smell nice, you look like a first grade teacher. So like you dress super like, you know, like you just dress very artistic, let's just say that. Well, I feel like you wear your hair very natural also. Like if you have, you know, curly hair, or if you have like an afro, like, I feel like you choose to wear your hair like natural basically. And yeah, you could be vegan. So yeah, guys, that is what I got for pile number 4. I really hope the video resonated. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. And let me know, do you guys like it better when I do 6 piles per reading, or do you like it better when I do 4 piles? Because I can make 6 and then obviously it's longer, but then it doesn't go as in depth, I feel like. Or I can do 4 piles per reading and then I can make it more in depth and longer. But yeah, it's completely up to you. Like, let me know what you guys prefer. I'm gonna try it out. Like, I'm gonna try out some videos with 4 piles and other videos with 6 piles. You know, I can make it even more, maybe 10 or 12. Like that sounds like so much work, but like, let me know. And yeah, I love you. And yeah, comment down other video suggestions. And yeah, mwah, bye.